What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Ani-mity. And today, I'm very tired. As you can probably tell from my voice, I've more or less just woken up. And on top of that, I think I've been coming down with a little bit of a cold. I don't know, like, this doesn't feel like necessarily the usual, like, aches and pains of me having a cold. This feels just more like my throat is just, like, thrashed and destroyed, and probably from talking as much as I do. Something like it's weird is like I'll have random days where I'm just like talking a lot to people, and it'll be a lot more talking than I'm used to doing. And because of that, my voice just kind of goes because I don't really talk a whole lot. So I don't know if that's what this is or what the case would be. Just like this feels like the kind of sore throat I'd get with a cold. And like my nose is fine. Like a little on the achier side, but I'm associating that more so with my with work and that kind of thing. But I don't know. I am no doctor by any means. I barely understand my body on a good day, so we'll figure this out as we go. But mostly, I wanted to just be able to kind of catch people up. I don't have a whole lot of time to really make a lengthier video for this one. So I'm just gonna keep this nice and brief. There's just a lot of stuff I did want to kind of catch up on and say. Number one, specifically for this channel, uh, a fan versus critic for the Amazing Digital Circus has been made. It's on the docket. I've been meaning to record to edit it for a while now. It's a very long video, as Ollie and my discussions tend to be. And there's just a lot of stuff going on with it, which I just haven't had time to really sit down and do lately. So that's going to be coming up soon. And also part of why I've been so busy is because I am getting very close to the end of my program here. So yay, I'm gonna be going back home soon. And go figure, right when I get back home, it's into my usual rush of stuff because I'm gonna go back home. And I'm going to be going into my birthday rush, followed by the Halloween rush, followed by the Thanksgiving rush, followed by the Christmas rush. And then after that, we should be more or less back to something resembling, I guess, normal for this channel, or at least normal post me graduating from college. And I'll get to making a video at some point in the future talking about my experience with the program because I definitely have some thoughts for that. In other news of other stuff that I do plan to also maybe cover at some point, RWBY, we're finally back, baby. Volume 10 has been greenlit. Um, and I'm very excited to see where they end up going with that. I'm in no hurry to see, when the season drops. I'm not at that point. It's so funny. I've also been tracking the updates for Sparking Zero's DLC, and that one I'm always like, "Where's the date? Where's the date?" Versus this RWBY is like, I'm excited, but I don't need to see a date because of the fact that I know that these guys are working their hardest. And the one thing I don't want to see is a repeat of something a sentiment I have felt with some seasons where it's like it feels like they have a really good idea and then they just got rushed for time and then had to scrap it. I don't want to see that for this volume. I want to see these guys, you know, crank out the volume that I know that they're capable of doing. I want to see them produce the next chapter of the RWBY story in the ways that I know that they're capable of doing. So I'm very excited, and I have a lot of faith in the team that it's going to go really well. Um, I'm super happy that the show is back. I mean, I've loved RWBY for a very long time, as I'm sure people who've watched this channel will know. So I am very happy that RWBY is finally back and that we are going to be seeing Volume 10 at some point. I'm not going to say it. Like, I want to say that we're going to be seeing Volume 10 soon, but I feel like that kind of sets an expectation for that. No, it's like whenever we see it, I will be there to watch it. It doesn't matter when. Of course, as a fan of it, I want it to be sooner, but at the same time, I also want them to take their time with it. So, to the team working on it, you guys got this. You guys are awesome. I know you guys are going to be just fine with it. Um, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what you produce. And then additionally, in other media news, I saw the trailer for The Legend of the White Dragon recently. Now, that is a title I never thought I'd see the light of day for, like, ever. If you don't know, Legend of the White Dragon is a project that was created by or that was I'm trying to remember, like, I know it stars Jason David Frank. I don't know if he necessarily directed I don't remember off the top of my head. I know that he had a lot of involvement in this movie. This is his last project, before he unfortunately passed away. Um, and I don't know if I don't remember if I necessarily made a video on this. Jason David Frank was a, like, big icon back when I was really, really young. I was a huge, huge Power Rangers fan, back in the day, and, I loved, like, anything having to do with Power Rangers, especially when it came to Jason David Frank. I thought he was always, like, the biggest personality that was in any season that he was in. He was always the one that I kind of got the most excited for, the one with, like, the deepest, richest legacy out of any Power Ranger we really have in the series. Like, his stuff was always really, really good, and he was always the one that made me really excited. And then knowing that he actually was a martial artist outside, I watched a lot of his MMA and a lot of his other, like, combat stuff, and I tried, like, back when I was a lot more, like, able, I guess, to do karate. Like, I've given up largely on trying to keep myself in shape, but back when I was, like, a little bit more motivated too, I was watching a lot of his videos and trying to, like, emulate some of his moves and try to train myself in practice, to build up to that kinda level. Um, so yeah, just Jason Frank was, like, he's one of those, like, my childhood hero kind of stories. He was the one who I kind of, like, idolized in a way. Like, I idolize a lot of people, I'll be honest. Just didn't even to today, I still idolize a lot of people, and that hasn't changed for Jason David Frank. As a Power Rangers fan, it hurt hearing when he passed away, and as the details came out, it got worse. Um, but of course, just the he's always had such a legacy for me, and I'm very, very excited to see how this movie came together, as a token of his final the final act that he's given to us. It looks really, really, really good, so I'm interested and eager to see how this movie is going to end up going, and I feel like, I mean, A, as a Power Ranger fan, B, as someone who admired Dave Frank, and C, just as someone who, has looked forward to this movie since I heard it was gonna be since I heard about it before, I'm very curious to see how this ends up going. So, yeah, that's all I got to say for now. I might have a video or 2 more I might record with Ollie at some point in the future. Whether or not I'll be able to post them before I go back home, I'm not entirely sure, uh, but we will see how things go. Yeah, so just catching you guys up, just letting you guys know what's going on, what's happening, all that other fun stuff. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening in. Thanks for catching up with me. Uh, and I'll see you guys in the future. Peace.